Welcome, listeners, to the first episode of our podcast. This is the Horrormongers. I am your host, Brad.
I'm Matt.
Well, I'm also a host, just to put that out there. No,
yeah,
I'm
me
Zach.
too.
No, Matt's not. Matt doesn't count. I'm Zach.
So, guys, I got to be upfront with you. I did a lot of research for this before we got started over the last few weeks. I have been soliciting a lot of prostitutes. However, that was because I didn't realize the spelling of our name. So...
Horrormongers.
Yeah.
Horror.
Yeah, I realize that now. But
Yeah, you know how often that gets me in trouble when I'm saying, hey, I want to watch a horror movie. And they're like, what? I'm like, horror. Yeah, we're that old.
This isn't scary.
Yeah, this isn't scary. But the murderers never came. The murderers never came!
everyone else did, though.
I wish we had a rim shot. Oh, rim shot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That just doesn't sound right. Anyway, that's our rambling introduction to our podcast, which is about all things horror related. This is a very special episode. This is our first episode. And so with that being said, there's a few things we do need to discuss that we normally wouldn't. First off the bat is follow us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where can they follow us?
We are on all sorts of platforms. First of all, we're on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook group, just called the Horrormongers.
Yeah.
Yep. The Facebook is for the older people.
Which is like pretty much everyone that we know.
Yeah.
If you're under the age of 20, you can also follow us on Twitter.
No one follows us on Twitter, though.
Yeah, we got like 25 followers. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
No, none of them we know. So I mean,
Yeah, I never checked that.
Yeah, at Horrormongers. No, I know, confusing, but Twitter chooses the thing based on your name. So they're like, let's drop the article. Just make it the. So you can follow us at Twitter at Horrormongers. A lot of you listening are probably on our Facebook group. We are going to use that as a very interactive platform, right, guys?
Yes.
We're going to do a lot
absolutely.
of polls. You guys are going to have just as much of a hand in helping this show grow as we are.
Yeah, any suggestions on anything, really?
Yeah, feel free to rip the shit out of us, mainly Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even our first episode. Feel free to say how much we suck.
Yeah. So let's talk about what this episode is about, because each episode we do, we kind of want to have a theme. Of course, that's going to go off the rails because we have the attention span of a 6-year-old. Is that being generous?
Shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is today's theme? Brad, you want...
Today's
God.
theme is...
He's reading it. He doesn't remember the theme.
No, it's our influences in horror, the horror genre in general.
Yeah, what pretty much what got us into the whole horror theme.
I mean, today it's like everyone is into horror. I mean, there's a horror hound, which we'll talk about. Conventions, movies. There's like a new movie coming out every day, it seems like, that was horror. And so now that it's the hot thing, we're like, yeah, let's make a podcast like every other person in the world.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about what influenced us and what got us into horror as we grew up. But that's not going to be all what we talk about because, again, we have ADD. Let's go ahead and shift on to news.
News, yes.
Nudes?
Nudes. Best nude scene in a movie. Now, that was a suggestion that we are going to use. That was from our Facebook.
Oh, yes,
right?
that'll be a two-parter podcast.
That was actually my suggestion.
Was that your suggestion?
That was the best suggestion,
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
Oh,
Insider
alright.
trading there.
If you ask me, anyway.
Yeah.
No one asked, so. All right, so this is our news section where we just talk about things that we've been doing, what's coming up, so forth and so on. Brad, do you want to talk about any upcoming movies that you're excited for?
Halloween,
yes.
Halloween.
Yes.
Woo, 40 years later.
I think we're all excited about that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, this is 40 years later?
Yes.
So why isn't it called H40?
You would think it would.
Yeah, there was an
Yeah.
H2O.
Which Brad pointed out the other day to me. I had no idea that it was the 20-year anniversary. That's why it's called H2O. I was like, oh, Halloween water. Yeah. That makes sense. There's water involved at some point in that movie. So, no, the new Halloween's really exciting. Just for those of you who aren't aware, this new Halloween is actually going to be officially
Part two.
Part 2, yes.
Yes.
John Carpenter even said...
Screw all the other
follows
movies.
directly after the first movie. Forget about any of the sequels. It's going to be directly after that.
Yeah. And it's I think it's going to be exciting because they first showed the mask for Michael Myers, and it's all withered and kind of like
it's
more
all
torn,
it's worn
and,
out throughout time and all that.
So
it kind of boggles my mind because I liked Halloween 2. So it kind of bugs me that Halloween 2 is on. I can see, obviously, Halloween 3 doesn't count. Halloween 4, 5, 6, whatever. But Halloween 2, I feel like Halloween 1 and 2 are almost like this one movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it takes place, that was me snapping, right after the first one. So it's going to kind of blow my mind that this is like now officially Halloween Part 2, that all those other movies were lies.
But what I find great about it is that it's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it. She's back. It's got Nick Castle, the original Michael Myers in it.
Who we saw Horror Hound.
We did see a Horror Hound.
Matt, were you there?
I was not.
Okay.
It was really cool meeting him. He was a very nice guy.
Yeah. Okay, so new Halloween coming out, which comes out in October. I don't know the exact date on that.
Well,
I think it's the 19th.
So John Carpenter's directing it, isn't he?
Is he?
I think he is.
This is where we did a lot of good research on this.
Yeah, this is where we would normally pull up our computer.
I think John Carpenter's directing it.
I don't think he's directing it. He's not directing. He has.
Maybe he just gave us or us, not us.
I heard he is doing the score for it.
Okay.
Wait, John Carpenter does scores?
Yeah, he does.
He did the original score.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not a music guy. Yeah, I'm not seeing John Carpenter as.
No, he is a part of it. He's just not directing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nick Castle's in it.
Danny McBride helped write it, I believe.
Oh yes, I did hear that.
Judy Greer is in it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the girl, if you don't know, from Arrested Development, Fatty Magoo on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. She's also an Archer.
Yeah, the voice of Carol. What they keep on calling her different names. An Archer, the secretary.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, so she's going to be. Apparently, she's playing someone called Karen Strode. So I'm guessing she might be the daughter of.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that's just a quick glance. Yeah, really excited for that movie. Nick Castle seemed to be really excited about that movie because he talked a little bit about that. Horror Hound.
Yeah.
So which I wouldn't know about.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Any other upcoming movies you guys want to talk about?
Overlord seemed really cool.
Okay, I have no idea what this is. So.
Okay, so Overlord is about a group of paratroopers that jump into Nazi-occupied France.
Project Overlord, history teacher coming up with the name was the original name of D-Day.
So
makes sense now.
I saw only the trailer. I haven't looked anything up else about it, whatever. But they find out that there are zombies. I'm guessing from Nazi projects and experimentation.
It's a Nazi zombie movie.
Yeah, which I'm totally excited for.
Yeah, sounds so. Any famous people starring in it?
I don't really know much more about it. I did
very
little research.
Saw the name on it.
It's like school all over again.
Doing a great job.
Yeah. We had like 2 weeks to prepare and be just like, I'm not going to do any work.
I even got my phone in front of me because I don't care.
So Nazi zombies, they have a lot shoes, some heavy shoes to fill in because I love Dead Snow.
Dead Snow is awesome.
Dead Snow is great. Yeah.
So.
Even the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen Dead Snow,
see it?
Check that one out.
Yes, absolutely.
Love it. All right. I can't think of any other upcoming movies.
I mean, Halloween was the big one. That is the absolute big one.
Well, I think next notable one is there's a Predator.
Oh, yeah.
Movie coming out.
Predator does look pretty cool.
Would you count Predator as a horror movie or a
sci-fi? I think it's just
sci-fi
more of like
it's kind of.
I feel like they're coming back with another sequel for it. I don't think it's a remake. I think it's just like a sequel.
I mean, the franchise is just kind of.
I've always considered Predator an action. Alien was the horror.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Alien was the horror. Predator was more
Alien
the action.
is like my go-to sci-fi horror movie. Obviously.
If you have Arnold, it's automatically.
Automatically in action.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. I obviously have no upcoming movies I'm going to talk about because I did less research than Brad. So, moving on to the next part of our news segment is
me drinking beer.
There it is. That's him popping his beer open. That's beer number. We won't say what number, but it's more than one. Me and Brad, Matt decided to be lame and not go. We went to Horror Hound, which is a horror convention that they hold. Is it just Indianapolis and in Cincinnati? Are those only two places?
I think they have one in Columbus.
I think they do one in Columbus. I haven't heard of one this year.
Yeah.
But it's false advertising, though. I didn't see a single dog there.
Yeah?
Which I thought was bullshit. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say shit?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There we
Okay.
go. Get that out. Get those. Yeah, I was just being an adult, so I wasn't swearing. I wanted to sound professional. But yeah, go ahead and get those. Those pop. My innocence has been shattered, BJ.
Brad said, "Shit."
Yeah. Oh man, we're gonna have an episode about titties, but Brad saying shit was over the line.
No, Horrorhound was great. I stood in a lot of lines for most of the
entire
convention.
time. Be honest.
Yeah, for probably a solid 6 hours at least.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? It was worth it to meet Bruce Campbell and Robert Englund and Nick Castle and
The
Kane Hodder,
Beer Fest guys.
the Beer Fest guys. It was a good time.
So Horrorhound was great for me because I didn't have to wait in those lines because I didn't get any autographs. But Brad put some pictures on the Facebook group, so if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and check them out.
Well, if there's I think Brad should talk about his experience with Robert Englund.
Yeah, because Robert Englund was so friendly towards Brad. For those of you who don't know, Robert Englund is a great guy. He talks to everyone for like 10 minutes, so the lines go really slow. So naturally, Brad being a great guy, Robert Englund talked to him for like 20 minutes. So go ahead and tell us a story about your trip to Robert Englund.
All right, so I'm told, as these guys said, he talks a lot with the people. He very much engages everybody. And when I was in line, everyone in front of me, he was quoting things. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to write this on your memorabilia, whatever." I get up there and I put my item down, and he just kind of looks at it, doesn't say a word, and just starts writing on it.
Didn't you get bumped to the line?
I did because I was gimpy.
Yeah.
So
he was faking an injury.
Yeah, that was a medical terminology.
That's what the doctor said.
He has a certificate. Brad the Gimp.
Yeah, so I was gimping around the entire convention, but I got bumped up because of my gimpiness.
He hammed it up with a cane.
So I will take to every convention now, even if I'm not gimpy.
Yeah. So yeah, you're bumped up in front of the line, which was like hours long.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you still waited in line for a couple hours. It's not like you were like.
Oh yeah, no, I was waiting. I was definitely waiting, but even though I got bumped up, I still waited a half hour, and I was like 5 people behind because he was talking to everybody
Except
me.
he looks at Brad and he's just like, "No, I'm not gonna say a word. Not a word. Does he say a word?
Not a single word. No, he signed it and he pushed it back to me, and he sat back in his chair, and I don't think he even looked at me.
He didn't even tell you to go. He just assumed, "Hey, get out of my face."
Yeah, he didn't even look at me. But
which is really surprising because me and Bert were close.
Hey, I still got respect for the guy after seeing how he is with everybody. I just felt bad for being bumped up and getting in front of everyone else that had been waiting forever. So I was just like, I'm just going to get out of here and let everyone else talk to him. So
there you go. Oh yes, he got his autograph, which is like the big one. That and Bruce
Campbell. Oh, Bruce Campbell. Yes.
That was pretty much Horrorhound for you, but waiting in line and getting this.
Waiting in line. And then Bruce Campbell's story is just Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, yes. Bruce Campbell. I mean, what else do you have to say? It's just it's Bruce Campbell. He's amazing. And
yeah. Seems like a nice guy. Again, I didn't meet him because I didn't want to wait 2 hours in line.
Well,
I'm paid $60. So
I'm just curious. When you met Bruce Campbell, was there like a
connection between us? Absolutely.
Oh no, not necessarily.
They're best friends actually. Because we're going this weekend
like
to a Renaissance Festival together.
I mean, did he have a certain restriction on how close you could get to him?
There's a restraining order on Brad now.
No, there was no restriction. He had his own room. Not even Robert Englund had his own room, but Bruce Campbell had his very own room, and he had a guy that would take whatever you had up to him to have signed.
Ah.
And then you would walk up. I shook his hand and everything. I mean, he was really cool, but I mean, there was no restriction.
There was like no bodyguards like, hey, that's too close.
There was one guy, but he had a table off away from the line.
Oh, yeah, before you entered the room.
Yeah. So his table was away from the line, and then you had to kind of be escorted up to him. But that was about it. I mean, I shook his hand. He was cool.
Yeah.
But
didn't snub you.
No. I didn't really engage much in conversation. Again, there was a lot of people waiting, so I was like,
you didn't ask him how his day was, or
no.
You were rude to Bruce Campbell. Is what I'm hearing.
Mr. Campbell, do you want to go out for a drink later? No, I didn't get into that. So
Mr.
I'll
Campbell,
be here
you
at this
smell
time.
like how I want my dad to smell. Mr. Campbell, can I call you Bruce? I feel like we have a connection. Let's go ahead and just go to Maui next weekend.
Should have been like, Bruce Campbell, can you be my dad? Can you just adopt me?
Can he be my daddy? I'm just saying. Yeah, that's Horrorhound.
Don't do that while I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Well, they might actually revive the whole series if Brad's on it.
Wait, what? I'm gonna
With Bruce Campbell's his daddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we didn't talk about that, but I mean, we might get to that later.
Yeah, there's
So,
no
who knows
chance
what will
in
happen
hell.
between me and Bruce, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Anything
up in the
can
air.
happen. Sexual.
We are best friends now.
Yeah.
So.
He just doesn't know you're best friends.
I did find out, though, I am taller than Kane Hodder, who plays Jason, which that was pretty cool.
Oh,
But by proxy, that means I'm taller, so I'm happy with that. I mean, I didn't stand next to the guy, but I'm about as tall as Brad here. So.
are you really taller than him?
Yeah.
They
They make him look
you're
massive.
6'3".
in
Oh, I know.
movies.
I'm taller by probably a couple
You have
inches.
to be about 6'2", almost 6'3", 6'2", because I'm about 6'3" and a half, and I'm
Yeah.
only about half an inch taller than you. So,
Wow.
so he must be like 6'1", 6'2".
I don't know why we're comparing inches here. I mean,
We all know size matters. I'm bigger.
Stay tuned for the other podcast, and we'll compare sizes.
Yeah. Next episode on the Horrormongers, whose wingus is the biggest?
we were talking about nudes, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Spoilers, it's not Zach. Yeah, so that's it for Horrorhound I can think of. I mean, like I said, it was mostly it was fun time.
I stood in line and everyone was hungover.
Yeah,
That was fun.
just
Except for me, because I'm a professional.
he's a professional drinker.
I'm a professional.
Our friend Jason, who's probably listening to this, decided that 3 hours was enough, and 6 hours sleeping in the car was his cure for the hangover. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's move on to the meat of this episode. Movies and things in general that has influenced us, like in this horror genre. What got us into, to the point where we're making a podcast on horror movies and going to conventions. At least the best of the horrormongers went to the conventions. Yeah, I got it. I had to get my jag in. So why don't we start with? You want to go first, Brad? We'll just name one influential movie at a time. Tell like an anecdote. And talk about how it got you in, and then we'll just go like in a circle. So one at a time.
Well, I mean, if I go way back,
Yeah, start at the beginning.
it's not going to be a movie. It's going to be Goosebumps. I feel like, our generation, Goosebumps was pretty popular.
Oh, yeah,
back
definitely.
in the 90s. That was a thing.
The Stein Man.
Yeah. Back, I that's still my reading level, by the way. So,
Still takes him like 2 weeks to read this.
yeah, Goosebumps. But, when it comes to, like, movies and everything, I don't remember being too much into the horror movies back then, but around my teens, I definitely got into the slashers, your classic Halloween, Friday 13th. I mean, Jason and Michael were
Classics.
my favorites.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, Zach and I were watching movies nonstop. We were always going to Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
For the younger listeners, that is an actual
Blockbuster.
store you had to go to rent a movie. There was no streaming services back then.
Well, yeah, there was no streaming services. I remember it was pretty much every Friday because we were in high school still.
Oh, yeah.
So every Friday we get Chipotle.
Yeah, that's how
yeah.
cool we were. Friday night, yeah.
But everyone
movie
else
night.
was partying and drinking and getting laid. Brad and I were the real cool guys
Yeah.
going to Blockbuster and getting our Chipotle on.
Yeah, it was awesome. Drinking Vault.
Yeah. Playing World of Warcraft all night.
Shut up, we never did that.
So,
The
times.
classic slashers. Those are my roots, I would say.
I mean, that reignited my, those times reignited my passion in
Yeah,
horror movies.
that and the Evil Dead series, obviously. One of my most favorite series ever, as you probably already know, because Bruce Campbell is my hero.
Yeah.
But,
We actually watched it for the first time. It was during the high school years. We were watching movies every day. We got it from Blockbuster.
yeah.
Remember? We watched all three in 3 weeks. One Friday we watched the first Evil Dead. The next Friday we watched the next Evil Dead, and then the third Friday we watched
Army of
Army
Darkness.
of Darkness, which
Yeah.
is technically Evil Dead 3, but
I've never seen Army of Darkness. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
no, he is.
Okay.
Come on. All right,
There's no time for jokes, Brad.
all right, Matt. What are some early? We're talking about early years right now.
Early years.
Yeah. So what early influences?
So
Early
it was started
influences?
out just like Brad said with me. Also, I started out with Goosebumps. There were some episodes on there that really interesting.
Episodes?
You didn't read?
You didn't read the
Goosebumps?
books?
It was a show.
It was a show.
It was a what? It was a book first. Are you?
What? You didn't read the book?
Wait, hold on. Did you know now Goosebumps was a book series?
No, Goosebumps is also a TV show.
I know it's also a TV show.
Is
but
this like an Airheads moment where it's like, get us, what's it? The whale book.
Yeah, Moby Dick.
Moby Dick, yeah.
No,
It was
I
like the book of the
remember.
movie,
I
like,
remember
there's
being a
book?
kid and seeing the Goosebumps episodes.
Okay, so you just didn't read. Like you just.
Well, I had the books,
I get it. You know,
Yeah.
reading's hard.
so
Matt,
I just had
Do
to
you
make
know
sure.
how to read?
I mean, that was back when I had to line
read
up.
that. I
everything.
just need to.
But Are You Afraid of the Dark was also
Recently re-downloaded those, by the way.
yeah.
I mean, legally obtained them.
You paid, right?
I paid, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't hold up but still good nostalgia.
Yeah, I think those were both Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah, Snick. Saturday
Snick,
Night Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 9 o'clock when you thought your parents were going to bed, and then, all the scary shit came on.
Yeah.
Because we were that cool. Friday nights were
Yeah.
for movie nights, and then Saturday nights were for Snick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went outside a lot.
But I would say my first horror movie I saw was Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh my God.
That
How
was
old
your-
are you?
What? That was
Yeah.
your first horror movie?
I was in high school,
Yeah.
definitely, when that came out.
yeah.
No, that came out when, like, 2003 or
Yeah.
something
Oh, wait,
like
we're
that.
older than you, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, what's a Pearl Jam? I don't know. Okay, so Freddy... Yeah, that makes you feel
Yeah,
old.
Freddy
That was
vs.
your first-
Jason.
Okay.
I absolutely fell in love with it. Like, opened up a whole new world for me.
Yeah. Freddy
And-
vs. Jason. Changing lives.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
you didn't see...
Until 2003,
You didn't
yes.
see
You didn't
Friday
see- yeah.
13th or...
Nope, I did not.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare.
Well, before that, I was...
They're like, these guys are so original and cool. I've never seen anything like this. They should make movies. They should make spin-off movies on these guys.
That's why I'm part of this group. I just love these guys so much.
Yeah.
Like, okay, no. But before I saw that movie, I was just a little kid running around this video store where GameSwap is now.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's in
So
Kettering.
if anyone out there can tell me the name of the video rental place.
It's not Family Video.
No, it was
Hollywood.
No, it wasn't
It
Hollywood.
wasn't a chain. It was like a...
Yeah, like an independent.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
thing.
about. Yeah, I remember those.
Okay.
Or that.
And there was also like there was a CD connection right next to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good old CD connection.
Yeah.
What's the CD?
So I remember walking in there and going to the horror section. Like that was the first place I went to. And seeing all these titles and looking in the back and seeing all these horror pictures and all that. And I remember seeing a cutout of Leatherface sitting right there. I don't know why they had a cutout,
Right.
but it was sitting like right at the front entrance.
Cool. That scarred your 16-year-old self. You're like, what's this? And then you turn around and you see Freddy. And like, wait, he's in other movies besides the Hollywood hit Freddy vs. Jason?
So that was always implanted in the back of my mind because it scared the shit out of me. But it wasn't until like I was in middle school or high school or something. That's when I was looking around and started finding the titles for these things.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait, that cutout. I remember that. That was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right. You talking about the original or the remake? Because this is around. We're in hazy
It
waters.
was probably
here.
the
That was around
remake
the
at that
remake.
time because I wasn't around in the 70s.
Right. So I'm guessing it was the remake because it came out
Yeah.
around 2005. Is that when the remake or 2004? If only we had
That
some
was
type of
Close around the time.
machine that could tell us. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. So, yeah, I saw all these movie titles and all that, and then I was hooked. I was really into the whole horror scene.
Would you say you were hooked just like the people in Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Me hooked?
Not that hooked.
I was meat hooked. I was meat hooked on horror.
No, the remake was the same year, 2003.
2003.
So
2003?
yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh well,
you saw the remake.
see,
cut out.
that was back when I was just a little kid. I was either 9 or 10 when that video place
you
was
were
still
just a
there.
little guy.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
years are we talking? Because you're a little older than you.
Yeah, like I said, like 9 or 10. So 99,
Okay,
2000.
yeah, so it must have been the original Leatherface.
Yeah.
Mystery solved, everyone.
So
I know everyone's on the edge of their seats. Like, which Leatherface?
I think since it was an independent video rental place,
Yeah.
they just had like these random cutouts and all that. But the Leatherface one stuck out more because he was like it was a big cutout. Like they had like a whole like bottom for it,
Yeah.
like dead bodies and all that, and then he was just there with his chainsaw.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's what got you into it, really?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what really got me into it. Just
a cutout.
seeing all that, and then being like 2003, seeing Freddy vs. Jason, and then after that, like researching all the movies after
When
that.
other boys were looking at cutouts of hot supermodels, you were getting on with the cutout of Leatherface.
Yeah, I was.
OG. Okay. So mine is... I was a little younger than these two when I got into horror movies.
We didn't ask you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's all the time we have for... No. So I was a little younger. The first horror movie I ever saw was Friday the 13th, the original. I was in maybe first grade? A little young to see such things, but it opened up my mind, mainly because of boobies. That's what I really remember.
So you discovered yourself.
I discovered myself the summer of, that would have been like, what, 95. I discovered myself when those two camp counselors were doing it. So, I ran Friday the 13th. My mom had no idea. She had no idea I was renting a horror movie or anything like that. So, I got Friday the 13th. I watched it. It was scary. It was crazy. It got me hooked. And I remember just like Matt going like to a Blockbuster or whatever, Family Video. And you see all these like videos and DVDs or VHSs at that time, really. I didn't get a DVD player until 2000 something.
What's a VHS?
Yeah. These bricks you put into these other big bricks.
Oh.
And it plays movies.
Hey,
Grainy.
don't be knocking VHS.
Oh, yeah. Matt, by the way, has a...
Quite a collection of VHS horror movies.
Yeah.
What's funny is people don't know what a VCR is anymore. They call it a VHS player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that's a VHS player. No, it's a VCR. I mean...
So anyway, like Matt, the covers of these VHS things, and I'll be honest, dead honest, as a hormonal little kid, realizing that there's boobies in these things, that's kind of what hooked me.
That made it much more interesting.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, there could be boobies in other ones. And then I discovered Species.
That reminds me, did you always look at the back of the movie and see if there was nudity?
Yeah, the very
under
bottom,
rated
small
R?
little writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nudity.
Why is this rated R?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't based on the synopsis. I never chose my horror movies as a kid based on... I chose it based on, does it have partial nudity or graphic nudity?
It's always brief nudity.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, that's not enough nudity.
PG-13. No. I'm 9 years old. I need R. So my mom had no idea I was getting these movies. Kind of like what moms do these days when they have 7-year-olds playing, Grand Theft Auto. So I got all these different movies. Scream was the next big one I got into because that came out around 95, 96. Scream. Classic Wes Craven. He was really meta in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Seen, was it Friday the 13th, New Nightmare? Is that the one where he goes meta?
Friday 13th?
Not Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on
Elm Street. Yeah, New Nightmare.
New Nightmare got super meta.
Yeah.
And we had the whole Scream series.
Which
got
is meta.
Which got meta as it went, more meta as it went along.
Yeah, so Wes Craven was really meta in the 90s. So those got me. And it's because of that, really, that slashers are kind of, to this day, my favorite genre. I love slashers.
Agreed.
Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, just about other stuff. Just a bunch of other stuff. Really, I love horror movies. And what are you doing?
I had to pee.
Matt's getting up and walking
He's
around
like dancing.
like a weirdo.
Like he's like trying to like throw my attention off.
Distracting
Here
everyone.
I am being a professional.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god! So live on air, Matt can't hold his urine for another 20 minutes.
Can we bring the mic in there and just listen
Follow
to
him.
pee?
All right. So while Matt takes a urine break, because my story apparently wasn't interesting enough for him, I sat patiently for his story. So no, Scream, all that, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean the classics. That was what I grew up on.
Classic slashers.
Yeah, classic slashers. My dad was watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was a kid. That was my first exposure. Like I was like probably 5 years old. And he was watching it, and like I snuck in and
The original one?
Yeah. And I snuck in behind like the couch. I don't know if he knew I was there. If he did, good on him for not narking me out and letting me watch the movie. But I watched like half the movie.
Builds character.
Yeah. Tales of the Crypt, another thing when I was young I watched. I was exposed. I saw Army of Darkness when it first came out. My dad was a huge Bruce Campbell fan. He didn't care so much for Evil Dead, but he loved Bruce Campbell, so he rented Army of Darkness. I remember seeing that before I saw the first two Evil Dead.
Army of Darkness is more action.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
It wasn't as like horror.
Right. That's probably why he let me watch it with him.
Yeah.
Really, it wasn't really a. Yeah, if you see it,
Plus,
it's more like
it's a goofy horror.
It's like
obviously the whole series.
It's a horromedy. A caramity?
Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
Is that what the kids call it these days? A horror?
They keep talking about this Harambe. I don't know. Harambe, right? That's what that is. Hey, Matt's back.
I am.
Probably why they shot him, because that stupid name.
Oh my god.
Oh, Brad.
Harambe?
All right.
So we're canceled.
We here at the Horrormongers do not endorse.
Hold on, Brad. I didn't mean Harambe's name.
I don't know this Brad guy.
Everyone loves the gorilla. I mean, everyone's saying shoot the kid, not the gorilla.
Oh, absolutely. I hate kids.
Right?
Silence.
Well, how do you follow up that? I can't.
No comments.
God, I fucking hate
I did not say fucking.
So, Army of Darkness.
Yeah, Army of Darkness was a big one for me because that was one of the first. I said Friday the 13th. That's the first horror movie I ran, but really the first horror movie I saw was, it's hard to remember exactly. It was either Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Army of Darkness, if you count that as a horror. I mean, it's not. It's
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No, Army of Darkness. No, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I would.
That was
that's
a
probably
rom-com,
yeah,
wasn't it?
That's probably
that was
the
a
best
love
horror movie
story
out there.
between a man and a woman. That he just wanted to eat her.
Yeah.
Or he just wear her face.
You know what's sad? He was just providing for his family, and she
Yeah,
had to go
right?
and ruin it.
Right?
God. It's really a sad. I mean, you think what's eating Gilbert Grape is sad, but really, Texas Chainsaw Massacre pulls at the heartstrings. That bitch had to run away instead of getting eaten.
Wait, why did you have to compare it to that? Is it because
Gilbert Grape.
they both have? Am I allowed to say the word retard?
No.
Oh.
You didn't even ask.
So we're definitely canceled now.
It was a hard R.
Is it because they both have mentally handicapped people?
Yes, there you go. Well, if you say retard. Now I'm saying it. If you say the R
already
word,
stuck it in your mind.
throw the mentally in front of it. It's okay. Retarded's not okay. Mentally retarded is hey, it's dandy. Retarded means to be late developmentally.
Well, I owe the listeners a whole bouquet of whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, Brad will be saying a...
He'll be giving an apology. There'll be an apology podcast coming up, I guarantee. We at the Horrormongers take mental retardation with all seriousness, and we truly apologize if we've offended anyone. But really, if you're listening to us, you have to be kind of retarded. So it's on you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just insulted our fan base, which we have
Yeah,
none.
you did.
So.
Great job.
All right. Good first episode.
We might have more after this, actually.
Alienated everyone. Yeah, so those horror, those are my influential horror movies. The slashers and all that. Is there anything else that you would say, Brad, that influenced you? And, really?
Right.
Jesus Christ! Am I the only professional in this goddamn group?
Off to a great
Matt's
start.
urinating in the background. Brad's burping and calling people retarded left and right.
No, mostly slashers. Slashers are my roots. Like I said, Freddy, Michael, Jason, all the 80s. Those were the prime years.
Yeah, I mean,
for me.
Without the
horror
80s,
movies.
without the 80s, horror movies would not be around still. I mean, that like the late 70s into the 80s.
Yeah.
That's like the influential time for horror movies.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think horror movies in the 80s should be a completely different topic.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Because there's so many classics came out.
yeah, and not all of them hold up, but a lot of them do. Like, I went back and rewatched, I know you did recently too, Brad, the Friday the 13th series.
Oh, yeah.
They pretty much hold up. I like them.
For sure.
Yeah, I was
They're so good.
I was rewatching the first two Hellraiser movies.
Oh, yeah?
The first two are the best.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the second one kind of sucked.
I like
ass?
the second one.
Oh, my
Ass?
God. I like the second one. I like the second one.
I like the second one.
Oh, the second one sucked. Oh, the only
first,
thing
I like the first four, and then after
my
that,
God.
no, after that it was just.
I like the first four.
The first one was amazing. The second one was pretty awesome in my
So,
opinion.
so I think Hellraiser actually has the most movies in its
Does it?
franchise.
Well, they
How
just
many-
came out with a new one.
How many is that,
No,
13?
no, that's. I think that was the eighth
I
one.
think it's 10.
no,
because
no, that was
I think
like
it's
8.
10.
Puppet Master has like 13, don't they?
Yeah,
So-
Puppet Master's
Oh,
a
Puppet
lot.
Master.
And then Friday the 13th has 11, if you count the remake.
If you count the remake plus Freddy vs. Jason, that makes it 12.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you want to talk about Puppet Master, that is one of my all-time favorite kills.
See, I am a terrible
Which
horror
will have an
monger.
episode.
Yes.
I am a terrible
So
horror
stay tuned
monger
for that
because
one.
I have never seen a single Puppet Master
And you
movie.
own the first...
I own the first 7,
8?
or 9, 8, something like that. And then I recently found out there's actually like 14,000 or something.
There's
I
a
don't
bunch.
know.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a future episode dedicated to best kills.
Best kills. Yeah.
Yes,
Kills.
yes.
That was another suggestion from our Facebook group, which, like I said, we do read all that, and we take that into consideration.
That was another one of
Yeah.
my suggestions.
Please add
God.
all your considerations into this Facebook
From
page.
now on, I'm going to write down who's what, so I don't keep saying Brad's suggestions. I don't want to give him a big head.
He's not getting his own segment, by the way.
All right. We have another segment after our influential movies, but before we get to that, let's talk about recent movies that we've seen.
Oh,
Because I want to yell at Brad.
yes.
I really want to yell at Brad.
Yes, everyone's going to yell.
yes. Okay, Brad, tell us what you just saw.
And what you made Matt and I both watch.
Yes.
All right, so everyone's talking about Baskin,
Brad.
which is a Turkish film.
Which you thought was
So
like...
I thought it was pretty good.
From the guy who liked Hellraiser 2 and 3 and 4.
I thought it was a very decent movie, even though I had to read.
It turns out he didn't read half the subtitles. He goes, "Oops, I didn't read half the subtitles. I didn't know."
The reason Matt doesn't like it is because he can't read, as we have established.
That's not true. I can read very clearly.
So real quick,
Just like the script I'm reading on right now.
real quick, Baskin, according to Brad, was a Hellraiser-ish.
Ish.
Yes.
Heavy on the
Movie.
ish.
He's like,
No,
he's
it
like,
was not ish.
He's like,
Ish.
"Oh man, you have to watch this. It's like Hellraiser-ish." I'm like, "Oh, Hellraiser-ish, awesome." And then I'm like, "Well, Brad probably has good taste in movies." So I watched it, and it took an hour and a half movie. It took me 3 hours to get through. It is in subtitles.
It took me 2 days.
Seriously? Because I know you say you watched it in 2 separate sittings.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He recommended a movie that took him 2 days to watch.
I had to stop and then.
Did you just want to torture us because you had to watch it? You're like, "God damn, I'm going to make Matt and Zach watch this piece of shit." That's
So-
not bad, but
So, did you already say that?
it's like it's supposed to be like Hellraiser. It's Turkish.
Yeah.
It's basically these cops go to this abandoned police station because there's like a call for backup, and they go into
But they
this.
say it's from the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
It's an old police station.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
Do you know?
Psycho.
Do you know when the
Twist my
Ottoman Empire
mustache.
fell?
It was like 1903.
Yeah, it wasn't that old. It was World War One. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's old, but actually, technically, the Ottoman Empire didn't fall until a little later than World War One because you had the young Ottomans, and it's a whole issue. Armenian genocide, stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, it's an old police station. I'm so sorry. That makes it all that much better.
It was old.
It was old.
It was old.
And they go into
And
the
the
basement.
cult was old.
Yeah, it was, I don't know.
Well, the cult. The cult.
There's a cult.
Like,
It was a cult. Did you not see the second half of the movie?
no, I did.
Like, that's
I was like you. I
It was a
actually
cult.
sat through
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Like, it was a whole point. And then like there's like these weird things where they kept on cutting back to the restaurant and like halfway through. I'm like,
No, that was weird. I love the visuals.
the visuals were great.
The
I'll give you
visuals
that.
were cool.
Yeah, the one thing I did like.
The story did not make much sense. I'll
No.
agree with
No,
that.
okay, so let's real quick. I'm gonna throw out spoiler warning. So if you ever want to watch it, well, too bad. I'm gonna say it anyway. So the end
Everyone
is
dies.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Well.
The end is it turns out it's a time loop, but it comes out of fucking nowhere. They're like, oh, by the way, it's just a time loop at the end of the movie. Like it made no sense for the movie.
They literally
Yeah,
say
so-
it just like that too.
Yeah.
So what happens is, all these corrupt cops, they pretty much are in
Well,
a diner.
Right. I mean, if you're no offense to any Turkish people listening, but the Turkish cops have a history of being
I
corrupt.
have a lot of Turkish friends.
see,
by
I
the
didn't
way.
know
I'm
that.
just saying.
I mean, again, Armenian genocide.
Yeah.
So
they kind of make a name for themselves and like punch out a kid
yeah.
who talks back to him.
It'd be like
Like,
this
if
little-
you weren't cops, I would do.
Yeah, so they get in a fist fight with like a 16-year-old kid or whatever because they're cops.
Yeah, just because they can.
I mean, in America, we just shoot the black guy, right?
Whoa! Whoa!
We're so getting
I
political.
do not condone
Wow.
any of this.
Wow.
Getting political here.
Wow. I say the R word, but damn.
I'm just telling the truth. We shoot unarmed black people, and white people, and kids, and women. Did I miss anyone? White people occasionally.
No, pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
So anyway,
it's America.
that-
We'll shoot anyone.
Back to Baskin.
I guess. Got
Which
nasty.
is so terrible. The first, half of the movie, it's very interesting. It's actually pretty scary.
It's well written.
Yeah.
It's well written. It's kind of creepy-ish. The visuals. Talking about up until they get knocked out, essentially.
Yeah.
The last half hour, I liked.
Really?
That's when it gets.
The last
Yeah,
half
that's
hour,
when
it was
weird
a half an hour of this guy walking around slowly to the four of them chained up, slowly.
Oh no! Well, by the time they finally get into the police station, they see all that weird shit.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
it was neat.
yeah, the 5 minutes
Yeah.
is neat. This guy, by the way, I just want to point out, just so you know, a frame of reference, Brad here does not like The Strangers. So, but The Strangers suck, but you have to watch Baskin, guys.
I sound just like that.
Oh no! Wait. Let's talk about what Baskin was referenced to.
Reference to, as in...
Hellraiser.
Oh, yeah, how he mentioned it was Hell...
Yeah.
I guess I can see the visuals being Hellraiser-esque.
Okay, so imagine
I saw the chains.
the cult leader
Yeah.
kind of being like Pinhead.
Okay.
Ish.
Except for no...
Heavy-ish. Alright.
Not even close. He's a cult leader.
Fine. Fine.
And he...
See, Pinhead was not a
I'm
cult
gonna go
leader.
take a pee.
I'm gonna pull a mat. Then there's a random scene where the guy just screws a lady that's naked with a goat skull. Like, what was the point of that?
Well, they did reference to fucking
Well, she gave
animals
birth to
earlier.
a rock.
That's true.
Yeah,
She gave
they-
birth. Okay, what was the point of the birth to the rock? I thought she took. At first, I thought she took a massive
idea.
dump. I'm not gonna lie.
I did too.
Yeah, it's like,
She just squats.
I mean, it was just like 20 minutes later that
Yeah,
she
and
like
then- and
pooped
then
out that
the-
rock.
Then the weird guy just goes and grabs it and just
Yeah.
runs away with it. Like, ooh.
the movie, it's all right. I rate movies because I'm a professional critic. So I gave it a 5 out of 10, which is like average. I wouldn't say go out and watch it if you like. I would say if you like, if you have nothing else to watch, give it a shot. If you like the visual horror,
The gore.
the gore. It's kind of like supposed to represent hell. I think.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like hell in a way.
I can see why. That's why some people say it's.
As he points to
He has
me.
he points at Brad.
Some people say it's like Hellraiser because it's their own hell.
Yeah.
And Baskin It is pretty graphic when they go down there and...
Yeah, can we talk about the boy who hurt his mom having sex? And, like, that's the opening shot of the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that's the...
She's just moaning, and he's like, Mommy!
I wonder what this moaning must be. She must be wrestling someone.
No, but she, they never did explain what happened to the mom.
They didn't explain any of that shit.
No,
Well, they
none of
did,
that.
but they didn't explain the whole point of the beginning scene. Like, not really. They kind of did, but the movie's a mess. But since Brad only read half the subtitles, he's like, the pictures were pretty.
There's a lot to read.
I thought the end scenes were pretty graphic.
Yeah, they were graphic.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said, like the last half hour, they were just chained to this thing, and he slowly walked around talking gibberish as he slowly killed them. It wasn't even like good. I don't know. It was too much the last half hour. I was just like, come on. You know, they're tied up.
Yeah. The gore, though.
Gore is pretty.
Yeah,
awesome.
he's
The gore was pretty cool.
they're trapped in a cult, but we're not going to explain who
what
runs
the cult was, what the point of the cult was.
Just explain the entire movie, but...
Yeah, but
I just
you have to
I
see
just
for
saved you an
yourself.
hour and a half.
Anyway, can we talk about another movie, though, that I know that we've all seen?
Let's do it. I mean, these are recent watches, so obviously.
So, Tag.
Another...
Tag,
another...
not the recent comedy that has come out, but a Japanese horror movie.
Foreign film, another one. But you have to read. Sorry, guys.
The Japanese is foreign, obviously. Yes.
Domo arigato.
Another subtitle
Yeah,
movie.
another
yes.
subtitle movie. So how much of it did you read in this one?
Oh, there's no reading involved with this movie. I mean, who cares about the reading in this one?
That's kind of
the
true. That's kind
the
of true.
story doesn't actually make sense.
That's kind of true, yeah.
So you don't actually have to read anything.
You could literally like turn the sound off, put it on mute, turn off the subtitles, and just listen to music while watching the scenes.
Yeah.
And it makes just as much sense if you had actually paid attention.
It was pretty. It was graphic, and the story didn't make sense.
Not at all. I mean, kind of, but not
For
really.
me, made a fun movie.
It was a good movie. I liked it. Like, the very first scene was awesome. It made no sense, the wind and all that, but there's a lot of, by the way, just heads up, there's a lot of, like, fan service, like, with, like, upskirts of girls' panties and stuff, because, you know, wind. A killer wind.
Yeah. Oh, you're wearing pink panties.
All I can say about this movie is it was fun.
It was fun.
For a horror movie, it was fun.
I gave it, like, a 7 out of 10, 7.5.
Really? A 7?
Above average.
Okay.
You know, not, like, great, amazing, but it was interesting. It kept me interested.
Okay.
The story was batshit crazy, but...
That's how women rate me. I mean, like it kept me interested.
All right, people listening, in the comments below, rate Brad out of 10.
It kept me interested.
Yeah. He was a man, technically. So, yeah, I liked Tag. It was good. Much better. That was a much better record. Was that our friend Choi Boy? Or was that you who first recommended Tag?
Choi. Yeah, Choi Boy.
Shout out to Choi Boy.
Yeah.
Choi Boy.
It makes sense that his recommendation was somewhat good, and yours was Poo Poo Platter.
Well, he is Asian. I would expect he would know.
Yeah, and another episode in the future will be foreign films, right? Foreign horror movies. So you actually have to read, Matt.
We'll need a guest for that one.
Definitely need a guest for that one.
What about Tag? We did not finish Tag, did we? I
didn't want to go into it because it's batshit crazy.
Yeah, like I said, there's no story.
There's no story.
So there's not much to go into.
I mean, there is, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
The story is...
Just watch
just
it
watch
if
it
you
for
want to
the
watch
visuals.
something fun. That's about it.
The pacing's pretty good. There's a couple parts where it's a little... It kind of slows down a little bit.
Like, right after the first major scene, it slows down for about a half hour,
When you
and then
get
it picks
cut in
right
half.
back up.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and then it picks right back up, and then from there, it's almost non-stop until the last
when you're
5
like,
minutes.
man, I'm super bored, and where's this going? It's just like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah. Good movie. I like Tag. I thought it was good for, I haven't seen a lot of Japanese horror movies. I mean, I've seen Japanese remakes, like The Ring or whatever, but I've never seen, like, the original...
See, the Americans can't do it like the Japanese can.
Yeah,
The
Japanese
Ring was
are
I've never seen the
fucked up.
original Ring, but I saw the remake, and I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Talk shit about Sarah Michelle Gellar one more time.
Well, see, the
For those of you keeping count, that's another beer Brad has opened.
Tag reminded me of a Japanese horror movie that I saw back in high school.
What movie?
Where a bunch of high school girls jump in front of a train.
Huh. Are you sure you just didn't witness a suicide and you called it a horror movie?
Oh,
I think it's called like Suicide Club or something.
no, that does sound familiar. I've never seen it, but that does sound familiar.
I've never seen it. Let's talk about one more recent movie. I don't know if we've all watched. You haven't watched Hereditary yet, have you?
No.
Hereditary is
No.
terrible.
Don't watch it. Let's see.
Is it that bad?
It was bad.
Have you seen The Witch?
No.
It comes
I
at
like
night.
The Witch though.
You like The Witch?
I like The Witch.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen any of these.
It's
so I have
not
no
a horror movie. It's not a horror movie. It's not a horror movie.
It is, and
Nah.
it isn't.
Nah, it's a horror movie.
Okay, see.
It's as much as a horror movie as It Comes at Night is. Do you consider that a
Oh,
horror movie?
It Comes at Night?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone who's listening, do not watch that movie.
I did not listen to Matt because I was excited to see it. I did not listen to him.
Yeah.
And I regret it.
I think the previews are scarier than the actual movie.
There's maybe a minute of
Yeah.
scary. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they actually
could have been the whole movie.
Yeah, they actually combined all the scary scenes into the preview and then released the movie.
Yeah, do not watch It Comes at Night, is what I think it's
Yeah,
called.
It Comes
By the
at
way,
Night.
we have another hour and a half of boring shit for you to watch.
Yeah. All right. There's no other movie that we've all seen recently. I like to keep it like that we've all, or at least 2 of the 3 of us have seen recently.
I don't know.
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I watched, Red Ink. What'd you think about that one? That was my recommendation.
Oh,
Ooh, Red Ink.
Did you watch
yes,
it?
I saw that.
In Human Resources,
Yes,
also
yeah.
known as Red Ink.
Yeah,
That was fantastic.
that was a good
Yeah,
movie.
it was different, which is why I liked it, you know?
Yeah.
I liked the Danielle Harris lookalike that's in that, and
I agree.
she gets naked.
Yeah, right in the beginning, so once you see him once, you know.
Yeah, it's right there. It's oh, all right.
Yeah. So there's our Mr. Skin.
It-
At 3 minutes and 45 seconds into the movie.
It was a unique story, and it had a little bit of a twist at the end.
Yeah, it had some
and
twist. It was interesting. It was like a mystery. It had a lot of genre jumping. It was kind of like at first I thought it was like a Saw, but not really because it doesn't really have torture games. It's more of like a mental thing he's doing.
And it's about this guy who's okay, I didn't do this crime. You have to find out.
Yeah,
see
find
him,
somebody
that you
who
see him
does
do in the
it.
very beginning.
Everyone
though.
says he did it, and then they're trying to figure out how he didn't do this crime because...
Yeah, he's forcing them to figure out how they did. But you see it, the very opening scene is him with an axe in an elevator,
Yes.
bloody, and smiling. He obviously did it. He's the guy, he gets caught, the cops get him, and so they have this impossible task to figure out how he did not kill the guy. This guy's obviously crazy. It's really interesting. I like it. It's a mind fuck, kind of.
I like it too,
would you
but
rate
we're
it?
not going to give the ending away.
No.
Right.
What would you rate it, Zach?
I'd give about an 8, 7.5, 8. I liked it.
Good rating.
Yeah, above average at least.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. I would agree with you.
You
I agree too.
Good movie. I liked it. It's like a gem because I've never heard of it. I just randomly saw the picture and I watched it. I thought it was pretty decent. I don't think any of those actors are known.
No.
No, it's
I've never
it's
heard
a
of
really
any
an
of
indie. If it's an indie movie, it's very well done.
And the bad guy was awesome.
Yeah, I really
the
liked
British
it.
guy.
The way he
was
talked and
just,
everything.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah, definitely give it a shot if you're looking for something. That is a movie I recommend.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah,
Prime.
Amazon Prime Video, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's called Inhuman Resources there, but if you're looking for otherwhere, it sometimes is called Red Ink, REDD Ink, like incorporated. Then you understand why it's called that when you watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to one of our last segments. Every episode, we kind of want to do a different segment, and in the future, we'll have you guys vote on the segments we bring on because we have just these different little fun little segments we like to games and stuff we play. And
Wait, what is this, a segment?
did I say segment? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot. This is a segment. It's a segment. Just make sure it's a segment,
Okay.
segmentated.
A segment.
It's a segment.
Gotcha.
Not to be confused with smegma. All right, so this delicious. This is just a little fun game. You guys have probably heard of it, and there's also a movie which I again recommend. Another movie I've recommended to Brad. Unlike Brad, mine are good. This short portion. I'm not gonna say the word. Short portion is called "Would You Rather."
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is, before the episode, I wrote down a few things. And again, in the future, we're going to have you guys write these down for us. And we'll answer them on the show. So I wrote down a few things, and I'm going to ask Matt and Brad here, would you rather? And they're going to give me the answer. Yeah, do not give him that. We're just talking. All right. First, would you rather? Let's go. This question's for Brad. And you can answer afterwards, Matt, I guess. All right, Brad. Would you rather face down Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers?
Ooh.
Who do you think you have a better shot against?
Well, I am taller than Jason.
Oh my god, he's going to... the rest of our lives.
Go by height.
The rest of our lives, we're going to hear this.
That's a tough one. So, it depends on...
Second half of 13.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, because,
Jason
was
reanimated.
Jason, okay. So, zombie Jason versus Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is basically inhuman anyway. So...
Yeah.
But Jason is also inhuman in the second half.
I stumped you.
You did?
First question.
You gave me the great bamboozle.
100% success rate in stumping.
So, I would say Jason is more creative with his kills. So
you'd rather be killed creatively than not creatively?
No, I'm saying that Jason is a little smarter, I feel like, with his kills.
Yeah.
So, I would probably go up against Michael.
Okay. I agree with that.
All right.
I agree. What about you, Matt? What do you think? Jason or Michael? Remember zombie Jason, resurrected with a lightning bolt to his grave.
Yeah.
I would also say Michael.
Yeah, especially since we don't really know what's going to be canon anymore with Michael. Like Michael in the later Halloweens is kind of a little bit more supernatural, right?
Yeah. You can't kill the boogeyman as I hold up finger quotations.
That you can definitely see because this is audio only. All right, cool. Let's go to the next Would You Rather. Would you rather watch the reboot of Friday the 13th or the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 for 24 hours straight? You are taped down, have to watch one of those movies for 24 hours straight. The reboot of Friday the 13th or Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Friday the 13th, hands down.
Ooh,
Rob
man.
Zombie's...
The second Halloween he did.
Oh, the second Halloween?
Yeah.
The first one was
Oh.
decent. I'm not going to give you that.
I liked the first one.
Yeah.
That's,
Second
I
one,
would say Friday
we'll
the
go into
13th.
that later.
Friday the 13th reboot. The one in 2011 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least there's some nudity in that one. Was there nudity in?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
And Halloween 2 was
One of my
amazing.
favorite lines in that whole movie, the girl takes her shirt
Oh,
off
yeah.
and he's like, your tits are stupendous.
Yeah.
Like,
Just randomly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the biggest thing in the entire movie.
what, her tits?
Yeah, her
That was
tits.
the biggest thing.
They talk about her tits and how stupendous
How
they
stupendous
were.
they were. At least you can every 2 hours you have a 10-second chance to get it off, right?
Yeah.
No pausing allowed. The 24-hour marathon. Sorry, boys. All right, next one. Here's a sexy one. Ooh. Would you rather have sex with Jamie Lee Curtis or Neve Campbell?
Who's Neff Campbell?
Scream. Oh my god.
Really?
You're a horror.
Really?
You are no longer. I am revoking your horrormonger status.
Hold on.
Who's Neve Campbell?
Is Scream really a...
Jamie Lee Curtis now?
No, at a prime, whatever that is for you. If it's now, sure. Neve
Actually, you know
Campbell,
what? Doesn't matter. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Any day of the week, huh?
Even now.
Even now,
Don't even care.
Long gray hair.
Dude, she aged like fine wine. I don't
God.
care.
I'm going to choose the other
great.
chick.
What's her name? Say her name.
Say it.
You get Jamie Lee Curtis for that. Neve Campbell's my answer as well.
Nev Campbell.
Jamie Lee Curtis, man.
Jamie Lee Curtis is her prime, definitely. But I don't know. Neve Campbell has that whole...
Did you see her in Trading Places?
Who?
Jamie Lee Curtis. Them boobs.
Oh, yeah, she was naked. Was she naked in Halloween as well? No, she was naked in another horror movie. What was
No.
it?
I don't know.
You were useless. You guys are
She
no longer
was
horrormongers.
she was pretty naked in True Lies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's her short hair.
So
Short
when she
hair
started
Jamie Lee...
stripping.
Yeah.
Short hair of Jamie Lee Curtis is not my thing.
Jamie Lee Curtis is, again, she's like a fine wine. She is aged very nicely.
Okay.
So who's this other person?
Nev Campbell?
Oh my
Nev
god.
Campbell?
Oh my god.
Who is that?
In the comments below, please blast Matt for not knowing who Nev Campbell.
Someone,
She
please,
is
out there, tell
she's
me
in
who she
every
is.
Scream movie. She's
She's
the
the
main
lead.
character.
Oh, I never really
Sydney
watched Scream.
Prescott.
You never watched Scream?
Oh my god.
You're out of the Horrormongers.
Yeah, you're out of the Horrormongers.
I'm on the Horrormongers, but I watch the parodies.
All right, so
Anyone
after
seen
this-
Scary Movie?
Yeah, okay. After this podcast, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show him a picture of Nev Campbell because he blindly chose her over Jamie Lee Curtis.
Dude, seriously, her just on principle.
Okay, on principle, yeah, I would
Seriously.
sleep. Like, it's like I'd sleep with Oprah Winfrey on principle. But
I mean, you get some money out of it.
yeah, hush money. I don't want anyone to know I slept with you.
Is that dark-haired chick in there?
Nev
talking
Campbell?
about-
Or
Oprah.
Winfrey. Do you not know who Oprah Winfrey is? What's up? What's down? I don't know.
Oprah, the dark-haired girl, yeah.
Nev Campbell's a dark-haired girl, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not Courtney Cox.
I will show you a picture.
Oh, okay.
I will show you a picture of her after this
Yeah,
episode.
not Courtney Cox.
All right, we got
Yeah.
two more. We got two more.
Sweet.
Would you rather have Freddy Krueger's powers or be as amazing and cool as Ash Williams?
Oh.
So have the power of Freddy Krueger going in people's dreams, manipulating them and all that, or be as cool and groovy as Ash Williams.
Freddy Krueger's powers.
Really?
Yes. Welcome to my world.
Your world would
bitch.
just be a bunch of
I
like
know.
porn dreams or something.
Yeah.
So many titties, bitch.
Oh, that is a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, I know mine.
I mean, I'd like to be as cool as Ash Williams. Because I like Bruce Campbell.
That's just not realistic for you.
But at the same time, Freddy's got...
Fingers?
He got
He got
game.
fingered.
Freddy got back. Freddy got back.
I mean, Freddy's got the powers.
Yeah. But I mean, Ash Williams pretty much took out an entire army of... Put on
Darkness?
sunglasses, yeah. Darkness. He's the chosen one.
That is true. Yeah. I'd
And
go
he
with
is-
Ash Williams.
See, I'm
have
already
to
as
do that.
cool as Ash Williams, so I'm just going to go ahead and say Freddy Krueger's powers.
Oh, okay.
So I have both. Yes! I'll just have both in that case. Now, Ash Williams, because I don't know if I would not use Freddy Krueger's powers correctly. I would use it for evil.
No, absolutely. That's what he does it for.
Oh, yeah, but like, he does it for other reasons. I would use it for sexy evil. All right, last one, which is not really a would you rather. It's kind of like a what would you do.
Oh.
Have you ever seen the Wishmaster series? Like
No.
Corrupted Wishes and all
I
that?
saw the
Jeez.
first movie.
Is that like Monkey's Paw kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So if you could have a wish, what would you wish for if the Wishmaster, and I'll put a slash, the Leprechaun. You've seen Leprechaun.
Yeah.
What would you wish for if they gave you they gave you a wish and you had to make a wish? What would you wish for?
Any wish.
Yep.
More wishes.
More wishes.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Oh, classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
No way would that bite you in the ass.
Pretty
somehow.
lame.
I would wish for
so,
more genies.
hold on. I have one wish, but
Yeah.
it's going to bite me in the ass somehow.
Yes.
I have nothing to go on.
You have nothing to go on. Well, you have to make a wish. Do something. Make a wish. It's gonna bite. I'll tell you how it bites you in the ass. How
Oh,
about that?
you're going to tell me.
I'll
Okay.
be the Wishmaster.
So I wish for... Matt, you go first. I don't know.
I wish for...
Oh my god. You guys have like all this. Anything. Literally wish for
You
anything.
didn't give us a choice.
I gave you too much of a choice, giving you any option in the world.
I wish for eternal sunshine.
Eternal.
Of the spotless mind?
Okay, granted.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything about it because Eternal Sunshine would destroy this planet. So,
Ooh.
Eternal Sunshine, really?
No.
Oh my god. I would at least wish for something. If it's gonna bite you in the ass, like I'd wish for like, I don't know.
More wishes.
No,
Obviously.
I'm redacting this question.
Million
It's off the
fucking
table.
dollars.
It's off the table. You're not allowed to. Here, for our listeners below, if you've made it this far, why don't you tell me what you would wish for? Ooh.
Wait,
Listener involvement.
Tell me this. If I wished for $1 billion,
Okay.
what would you do?
I'd make money worthless.
Yeah.
Oh. You have $1 billion worthless dollars. All right. So really, that is the end of our show. Again, we're gonna have like different like segments. I'm gonna say that as much as I can. We should have a bell every time I say the word segment. We ring it, and they kind of tally how many times I say it.
A gong.
A gong.
Yeah. Even better.
In the future, we will have other ones that we bring on. We have a bunch of them we wrote down. If you have any suggestions for like a segment that you think we should do, let us know. And in future ones, like we're going to ask you, we really want listener participation. That's like our big thing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Yeah, do the work for us.
Please give us your
Please, Matt,
feedback.
beg some more. Beg.
Make us look desperate.
Beg for that.
Please, for the love of God, we got nothing going on for us. Zach's penis is small.
No, give us all your feedback. Please tell us what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do it.
Yeah.
You tell us, we do the thing and the stuff.
We are your sexy slaves.
Yeah.
And remember, if you can remember the video place that is at GameSwap,
And Kettering by Maverick.
Let
That
me
is
know
the
the
most
name.
important thing about this podcast.
In fact, if you don't even we don't want any
because
of
I
the
can't
feedback.
remember the name.
Yeah. Just give us the name. Forget the feedback stuff. That was a joke. We really want the name of the. No, please give us your feedback. Let us know if there's any segment stuff you want us to talk about. Should just also know this, that we are in the future going to put more production value into this.
Hopefully, yes.
We're gonna have more. We're gonna have a better mic.
course.
We're gonna have a better mic. Mics.
If you guys want to
We're gonna
hear
have
us
several
more,
mics.
we are willing to put the effort into it.
Yeah, this is really kind of a test run. It's a pilot episode. Obviously, it's our first time all of us getting together, sitting and talking.
And we really enjoy you guys listening to us.
Yeah, you can't see it right now, but Matt's pretty hard.
Yeah, we all are.
I'm not. All right, guys. We really do want to thank you. I can't believe we have as many followers as we do. That just
Thank
blows
you,
my mind.
fans.
Yeah, friends, fans, family, lovers,
Moms.
moms.
Vinny's mom.
Vinny's mom. A special thank you to Vinny's mom. Unfortunately, she could not make an appearance tonight, but she definitely will in the future. I'm sure of it. Man, where are you going? Come on. We're at the last 10 seconds. He's going to pee again.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're the last 10 seconds, man. Hold it in there. All right, guys. Again, thanks. Let's do a sign-off.
Yeah.
I am Zach, signing off.
I am Brad, signing off.
I'm Matt,
And we have
signing on.
Signing on. And this is the Horrormongers. We have an hour and a half left of our episode. No, again, thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Let us know, comments.
Fuck up, Matt.
Yeah. Matt, you're out of the Horrormonger. What are you still doing here? You're out.
Go pee.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. And please stay tuned. In about 2 weeks, we'll have our next episode. All right, guys. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
I want to make love to you. Goodbye, all.